Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has doubled down on his support for glyphosate. He made a completely inane statement in a post on X Sunday night. Rachel Frazen of The Hill observed that the Nepo baby, quote, implied that pesticides can cause health problems, but said they are necessary to ensure an adequate food supply. Hi, this is David Steinman. I am the host of the Heartland Podcast, and today we're going to talk about how MAHA needs to separate interests from friends. I support President Trump's executive order to bring agricultural chemical production back to the United States and end our near total reliance on adversarial nations, Kennedy wrote. Well, this is completely gaslighting the American public, and I'll go on and then I'll explain why. He goes on to say, when hostile actors control critical inputs, they directly threaten the security of the American people. The Trump administration will secure these supply chains to eliminate that vulnerability. Well, this is why this is a big lie by someone who is so ignorant, a killer who lacks normal empathy. I think secretly he wants to see kids die from measles. I think he's that malintended. I think he's that dark. He must be the lie to the American people. Most people don't know that back in October, the Bureau of Land Management had already approved what is known as the Caldwell Canyon phosphate mine in Idaho. This mine will allow Bayer, the owner of Monsanto, to continue accumulating and refining phosphate needed to manufacture glyphosate. For the next 40 years, already America produces some 40% of the world's glyphosate at production facilities in Iowa and Louisiana. There is no weak link with not having enough glyphosate. The weak link here is the extensive damage that mining the phosphate will do in Idaho and the thousands of cancers that Roundup has already caused in America, let alone the world. These are environmental cancers like non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. The International Agency for Research on Cancer says that glyphosate probably causes human cancer, and they name NHL. So this is a complete lie that Kennedy is feeding the American public. The truth is, real food security, real national security comes from having more and more small family farms near large urban areas. We call this community sustainable agriculture. And this is how you promote food security and national security. Organic production produces not only healthier crops, but healthier kids. They think better. They can run a democracy. That's national security. What Kennedy is talking about is complete gaslighting. So MAHA has come to a crossroads. The MAHA movement is against big pharma and vaccines. It's against big agriculture and big chemical, but it's a largely white female leadership. And it has become identified as leaning Republican or MAGA. It can't any longer. Trump has betrayed them. Kennedy has betrayed them. They have proven my point that we have permanent interests, but we do not have permanent friends. My suggestion is for MAGA and MAHA folks to realize they are not the same. You can be MAHA without being MAGA. In my own case, I work with Democrats and Republicans alike. Recently, I had Michael Nichols, a conservative Republican, but a conservationist. He's taking on House Speaker Mike Johnson in Louisiana in the 4th District. I had him on the Heartland Podcast. You can listen to that podcast. I wanted him on because he's a conservationist, because he gets it when it comes to MAHA. He's true, whereas Johnson is a nihilist and a fake. So what I'm saying is permanent interests, but work with both parties to get the best people and get our issues discussed and then ratified into legislation that means something. On a personal level, your shopping lifestyle and health choices really do matter. You can get my new book, Raising Healthy Kids, Protecting Your Children from Hidden Chemical Toxins, which is based on my work as a consumer advocate and the chief officer of the Healthy Living Foundation and the many legal actions we've taken to protect kids across this country from hidden chemical toxins in foods and consumer products. You can get it at Amazon.com. Subscribe to my YouTube podcast at DavidSteinman_author. And you can get my newsletter on Substack at David William Stein. If this resonated, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Until next time, stay informed, stay